Hey traders, it's Jay, Ninja Order Flow Trader, and I just want to remind everyone that everything we do and say in these videos or any promotional materials or the websites, yada yada yada, is for educational purposes only. Futures, forex, and options trading does involve risk, and you can lose money, and you should be aware of the risk involved and consult a professional before investing in such markets. Please assume that all trades are sim, even if they're not, and please see the disclaimer at the top of the video or on the websites. So it's Friday, December 12th, 2014. You can see this trade that I took on the ES prior to the market open. We had made a high and swing high. We moved down a bit, pulled back. I decided to get in short here, as you can see, and you'll see in a minute that I moved my stop down just above the yellow line, yellowish line that's horizontal there, right at the swing high there. That's what we call an opening, or an area of unfinished business, that's drawn automatically on the chart for you by the Ninja Order Flow Trader toolkit, or what we call the NOFT. And you can see where my targets were on the ES. Unfortunately, we didn't get there, but very small loss on this trade, which you'll see in a few minutes here. You can see there I've moved my stop right just above that. So very small loss on this trade. This was actually on the December contract, and then in the next trade that you're going to see later, I've switched to the March contract, because as you're aware, this is the rollover period for many of the indices, and so I rolled on to the next contract, which you'll see after the next trade. It's a very reasonable small loss initially on this trade, on this first trade here. Somebody was also asking me about the zones. Those zones are actually drawn on the chart automatically as well by the NOFT. Those are what we call stacked imbalance zones. Those are zones where aggressive buyers or aggressive sellers came into the market previously, and it's drawn automatically on the chart, and it's based on the volume, the actual number of contracts bought and sold. So it's not price based, it's actually based on actual volume information within the tape, and then it's plotted on the chart automatically. So you can see that the top zone there, that acted as resistance, and we came down into this second zone, and I thought we were going to get through it, but you'll see in a moment that we didn't, and then I move on to the next trade. So reasonably small loss. Initial stop on this trade, I believe, was I think it was a point here. And you should see me get stopped out on that in just a second here. So that's the whole idea behind trading profitably, is to have a good win percentage, a good win-loss ratio, and a good risk-to-reward ratio, as well as not over trading, so you're not generating a whole bunch of commissions and cutting into your profits. So this video here that you're going to see is just about that. So should get stopped out on this right next second or two. There we are. Okay, so stopped out on that trade, and then you'll see when I was checking out a couple other charts there. Then I went back to the ES. Okay, so here's the second trade on the ES. All right. And again, I can see within the chart, you're actually seeing the actual candlesticks, but our motto with the NOFT is to look inside the market, and that's exactly what you're seeing. You're seeing the actual number of contracts bought or sold within each bar, and you can see I've moved my stop right below, right above, pardon me, another opening, another unfinished auction, as I mentioned before, where we had the gold line drawn horizontally on the chart automatically by the NOFT. So very, very small initial stop, and you can see the market. I sped the video up here a little bit, and the market has moved down significantly in my favor. So I'm always trying to find ways to reduce risk in trades, and you can see how with the NOFT, the risk was very small in this trade. Very little drawdown in the trade. I think 1 or 2 ticks, and went in my direction fairly quickly here. So I had a level drawn on the chart there. You can see that's what I was targeting on my first contract. We get there in pretty short order. Okay, so the first target gets taken, and because we had rolled over, I hadn't set up my ATM properly, and so that it put in an extra order on the chart there. So I quickly canceled that, realizing my error there. The great thing was the market continued to move in my favor. And so now you can see I've moved my stop to break even +1 on the runner here. And the reason for that is you can see up in that area where I've moved the stop to, if you look inside those price bars and you see the red bolded and highlighted numbers, those are aggressive sellers, so there's no way we should go back there, and if we do, we're probably going to go much higher. And so we've come down again. Now a sell imbalance zone has been drawn. That zone is horizontally placed on the chart, as well as I've placed the block trades. Those are institutional block sales on the chart. Those are red horizontal lines placed on the chart, and you can see I've moved my stop down to the next auction, the unfinished area of unfinished business, the gold line, just 1 tick above that. Unfortunately, the market does come back and take on my trailing stop, but nevertheless a very good trade. So a very small loss on my initial trade, and very nice profit on this second trade. So for anybody who's still interested in buying the NOFT, the price is going up in 2015 in January, and there are going to be upgrades coming out in January. So if you purchase the NOFT now, you'll be getting it at a lower price, but with the same amount of value, because whatever upgrades happen in the new year, those will be included with your purchase. So if you'd like a one-on-one presentation of the NOFT, or you have any questions before you make your purchase, please contact me, that's Jay, at ninjaorderflowtrader.com, or you can Skype me, jay.noft, that's j.noft. So it's going to come back here in a minute, take out my stop, and that's the end of it. Thanks, and have a great day.